Something I'd like a horse to do when he does walkovers is to at least act interested in what he's fixing to walk over. Horses see differently. If she drops her head, say a foot, maybe those poles focus well. But if she drops her head too low, maybe she sees a pole that's very close. She can't tell me how good her eyesight is. So she's going to tell me through her motions what she sees. I've been on many horses that think that the distance between the two poles is twice of what it really is. They're not seeing this right. They might be a little long-strided, but they are not seeing the hole at the proper distance. And it's your job to determine where this problem lies. And it may just be with their eyesight. Now, I would like for her to look interested in these poles. Some horses will just drop and look and have all the expression in the world. Some could care less. When I ride a young horse in Texas, we generally have not many junior trail classes. So I have to take my young horses and show them against 17-year-old world champions. They have to do something a little special to compete with those horses. So I want them to look fresh and interested in the obstacle. They don't have to be afraid of it. However, a horse that is a little afraid of it will really throw down and look. As long as he doesn't balk, it gives him great expression as if he is truly looking, which he is, because he's just a little bit scared. Now, the ones that won't look, I have a method of dropping them in the bridle. I assume a position to cross these logs where I'm going to raise up a little off their back. That just tells them that there's something of height underneath them, and I'm going to give them the room to take that step up, over, and down. You have to step up, over, and down on these poles, between the poles, because if you don't, when we elevate them, the breakover will hit the pole. So even in the beginning, I want to feel that lift on every step. I want them to go 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to have a good cadence going through the walk logs, or they're either going to hit them or misstep. So in the beginning, I'm going to raise up a little bit, and I would like her to drop. If I have to put an artificial drop on her, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pitch the reins out to her. You cannot touch the horse on the neck. That's an illegal touch. And so I'm going to hold my hand here, and I'm going to ask her to put her head down. I just say a word, hey. And between my raise, the heaviness of the reins, and my word, they're expected to drop into the bridle and at least go down into the pole and begin to look. Now, how do you teach them to do that? Well, I can sit here and say, hey, all day, and that's not going to work on a horse that doesn't know. So what I will do is reach up here, hey. And when she drops, I'm really exaggerating my up off of the horse here. This is not how I'll cross. I'm going to pet her, hey. Hey. And it agitates her a little bit. She's shaking her ears, but I pet her when she goes down. I don't allow her to come up until I regain my sitting position. When you're this far along, you should be able to approach the log and just raise and say, hey, and they'll drop down to the log. I don't mind them raising up some once they get started, but they'll just drop very smoothly. You don't want them to drop and look artificial, but you've got to have that look when they begin to cross the log. We'll show a couple of different horses' versions of looking into the log. The next